let's talk about professional counseling, therapy. I have issues with regional, I should say local therapists. I've had 7 different therapists in my adult life. And the best by far has passed on into eternity, Father Mike Annis, Episcopal priest. But he gave me the best advice and the best counsel, and was the most trustworthy, I think, all around accepting human, probably, that I've ever known. And he was very frank and open as well. We talked about every earthly subject known to humankind. He counseled me before my marriage, was the officiant at my wedding, and counseled me through my mother's death and the subsequent divorce until he was due in another state. He moved to Nevada with his wife, a precious woman, and passed away there a few years later. He was the best. And some of you might be thinking, well, yeah, that's because he was a guy. You like boys. Yeah, I do. It's been very difficult for me to trust women throughout my life, and several women I've known have proved themselves untrustworthy to me. Now you might say, oh, men are the bigger liars. Well, yeah, many of them are. But when it comes to matters of psychology, spirituality, and emotional life, I've never had a man say to me, why are you yelling at me? I've never had a man say to me in a therapist's office, why are you angry? Are you blaming me? Stop blaming me. I've had female therapists say to me, you've never talked to me like that before. I've never seen you like this before, one of them said. And then said, stop yelling, or stop whatever it was I was doing. And all I could think about after that, for weeks and months after that, if you can't get angry at your therapist's office, where can you go? Church. That's the only other place you can go, where you're safe to express your anger, especially when in your heart you feel justified in that anger. I had another one say, you're blaming me for everything that has happened to you. You blame other people. You seek to blame others. The most recent therapist could have warned me. She claimed that she did. She didn't spell it out. She didn't tell me that this could happen, or this could happen, or this could happen. It never even occurred to me that those 3 things could happen, and they did, and nobody warned me. Isn't that the responsibility of your psychological confidant? To give you a take on the real world and how you're interacting with it? I've had a couple female therapists who don't even know who major cinematic celebrities are by name. They barely watch the news, and they never watch television or go to the movies or attend major concerts. They don't know anything about anything that is part of your life. And when you ask them to go out and interact and report back so that you can discuss in real time what's really happening to you, that's not relevant to them. They just need to decide right there in the privacy of their office how to define what's going on with you, without seeing you or seeing the situations in which you describe yourself to them. We're just clinical subjects to them. We're just defined by the textbook. Let me give you a hint. You've probably already guessed. Like you and maybe others you know, I've never fit anybody's textbook definition of anything. I go to workshops, and the first thing that happens is the moderator wants to break people up into groups according to their predilections and their preferences, and I never fit. There's never a group that I can choose to the exclusion of any of the other groups. Tony Robbins says, find your passion, singular, passion. I've always had at least 3. And we're not talking about people. Passions that drive you in life, I've had at least 3. So there you have it, I am not pigeonholable. Is that arrogant? No, it's just a description. So I finally found somebody who lives at the other end of this Commonwealth, a man, I think my age or older, who is available and covered by my insurance